All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Yu Yu Hakusho, episode 79. Kuwabara has been kidnapped.
We have to go save him.
Indeed, but they haven't gotten away with him just yet. They've grabbed him with Gourmet and Game Master working very well together. Okay.
They squatted up, utilized every bit of their abilities as they could to separate Kuwabara from the crew.
Yep.
And Yusuke fired a spirit gun blast at them and didn't think about the fact that, he could have just hurt Kuwabara there if they didn't block that.
Yeah.
But Sensui just casually batted it aside with his own spirit energy.
Not even bothering to meet it power for power. Just, just pop it. Yeah.
Yeah, Sensui is now ridiculously strong in our eyes. What we were shown in the last episode was a professional, fighting expert. This guy knew exactly how to take down Yusuke, but not only that, he knew when to run and he knew when to attack.
Exactly. Good judgment calls. Yeah,
very good judgment calls. Again, reinforcing the idea that Sensui is not just intelligent, but he is wise. Something that, again, doesn't fit with the idea that he's experienced such a dramatic, traumatic thing.
That he's now thinking all of humanity needs to be wiped out.
And he's extremely focused and rational and stuff.
Right,
so,
nothing balanced about that perspective.
Yeah, exactly. So what's going on there?
What's going on there? But also, do Genkai and Koenma have some secret plan? Because they did split in a rather sussy way. Are they going to come in clutch and help out here?
Genkai, I have to show you my transformation. It's very cool. Watch.
Okay, so
I'm now a baby, and now I'm a teenager.
All right, so Genkai, I have this jetpack. I'm going to give it to you, and then you can...
Koenma, shut the fuck up and let's go and get Sensui,
Yeah.
Damn, Smoker Grandma. What did you call me?
Have you been thinking about that one for a while?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I very much love Genkai's voice actress choice of type of voice.
Yes, it is quite wonderful. But if they do get away with Kuwabara, then that means we could end up seeing the Battle of Ideals Pompadour versus Gem Third Eye thing. And
love that. I would love to see that. And Yusuke is on a bike right now. So.
But hey, he's super strong. Bike might be able to keep up with the car,
Maybe.
He could fight Taguro, just pedals real fast.
I don't think he's familiar with this city though. So
he's gonna burn rubber all over these streets.
Yeah, we'll see. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Now we got a little shit gremlin.
Yep.
Oh my god. Deja vu. Just been into space before.
Multi-track drifting.
Holy crap.
All right, now Yusuke has to chase after them through that on a bike.
Hey, stupid rubberneckers! Get out of my way!
They leave a nice trail for him to follow.
Yeah. Oh.
Sniper.
Well. All right.
Hey, that's a bike that Yusuke could use.
That's true.
It's a lot faster.
But he doesn't have the fingerless gloves, so I don't know if he can, drive it.
Oh. They were going to go check on Botan and see him.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh my.
Oh.
Okay. She's fine. It's the swirl.
Genkai just yeets it off like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I think we should take that as a no. Okay, Wallflower. You just sat there on your sorry ass watching this poor girl suffer. What's wrong with you?
Sorry ass? Canadian Genkai? Yeah. Kuwabara's sister, yeah.
What is it?
Who flew off?
Did you see the blood?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Genkai, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're here.
We need more healing. Yep.
Not Botan.
Hold off the waterworks. She'll be conscious in a minute.
I hope there's strength for one more. Shizuru.
This whole red
Oh,
team
shit.
is falling into pieces, aren't we? Just put her down on the bed.
What if she ended up being one of the things that Sensui used to try and leverage Kuwabara?
Glad you're okay.
Huh? And why wouldn't I be?
Your formerly fractured back is one good reason I can think of.
Doesn't sound like something I'd do.
I know. She got trapped while she was trying to save me. When the bookshelf started to topple, she shoved me out of the way, and she got crushed.
Aw,
instead of me.
Botan. Also doesn't seem like something I would do.
Yeah.
First Kuwabara, and now you do it. Why do you people keep saving my life? It's not how he said. Why?
'Cause that's just what people do. Ooh, but I think I'm starting to remember.
Jeez, they were pinballed off of the walls and stuff.
Yep.
Look out!
Oh, shit.
Crunch. Yep.
So that's what happened. I just acted without thinking.
I'd believe that.
I like to think it's a good trait not to overthink everything.
Well, that's never been the case in my experience growing up. And not on that videotape.
Chapter
That's one
Black was a
perspective.
one-sided argument. It's part of a set, never meant to be seen alone.
Ah.
Gotcha.
What's the other tapes then?
I'm not going too fast for you, am I, baby doll?
Wait.
Wait, what?
What is this?
Faster.
Oh.
That ass thinks he can pass me. Suck my dust. I swear that never happens to me. It's just a one-time thing. I must have one huge engine on it.
Then they look at the speedometer.
Guy on a bicycle.
But we were going 60. How did they do that?
You made a big mistake messing with one of my friends, and I'm gonna kick your ass twice as hard for it.
That bicycle is just gonna disintegrate eventually.
Driving a real car is pretty much like the racing game at the arcade.
You've never driven before?
Of course not, dumbass. I'm only 11 years old.
Poor backseat driver a brake game, man. He's probably just a little on edge because the seatbelt's fastened too tight. I want to see his full power, even if I have to squeeze it up out of him like the last stubborn glob of toothpaste in the tube.
Oh, okay.
Silly me, I must have given you the false impression we need your consent to help us.
Ooh.
Ah.
Gotcha.
Ask your friend, Elder Tagoro.
Yeah. You could get
What do you
eaten.
mean? That freak's been
Oh,
dead for
shit.
Look down at your bondage.
Yep.
Those fingers bring back memories.
months. I do remember.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
But how can your guy have Tagoro's hands?
Because he swallowed him. The same way he's going to swallow you, Kuwabara, as soon as
Oh,
your
boy.
power is completed.
Well,
No, I won't let you. You crazy freak! Let me go!
Oh, fuck. That is a nightmarish.
He's getting tenderized.
Uh-oh. Is he a world champion cyclist?
well, he beat Taguro, so.
Help! I'm in a pickup truck full of psychic cannibals!
Hold on, Kuwabara. I'm coming for you.
Sensui just shoots the road a few times, and it's just
Yeah, they get into an actual shooting match. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
I just hope these wheels don't melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some kind of Iron Man guts chasing us on a bicycle. Hey, boss, think we
Nice.
should shake this loon?
That's not necessary. He's playing into my contingency plan. Just let him continue to follow us.
Okay.
He will be dealt with.
Not the original plan, but a contingency plan. Okay.
Yep. So Yusuke is by himself right now, so
Well, right, but Yusuke will be,
What, you couldn't find a little girl scooter?
motivation for Kuwabara, maybe.
Without getting snagged by the forces of evil?
What? What was that?
Save this your first and only chance to get out of this thing alive. Now pull over before I run you off the road.
And then they pull over in your
Someone
direction.
do that with a bicycle, can he?
I don't know, but if we don't lose him quickly, he'll follow us to our secret, ex-secret hideout.
Ex-secret.
I have it under control.
I love this banter.
I'm surprised they don't just kind of go, "Huh," you know, like.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
he's charging it up. Okay.
Easy. Ow!
That.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh! Ah!
Oh, shit! Oh! Ah, so close!
Oh, you be you be shorn.
And he punches him right off the motorcycle.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, shit. What?
Target marks? What?
I think so. Are his shots gonna home now or something?
I just marked my territory, Yusuke.
Whoa.
That's gross.
Yeah. They're target marks.
Uh-huh.
Those, my friend, are targets.
For what?
For me to hit, of course, and at any time and at any range without me having to aim.
Yep.
Ow. Ow.
Shit.
Now, as long as you never let your guard down, you'll have nothing to worry about.
Freak.
Forever?
Maybe?
Once he has marked his victim's body with the death print bullseye, he can shoot anything at that target without ever missing.
While they're in the territory, right?
From this
Roda rola.
you'll never again be able to go anywhere without looking over your shoulder. Enjoy living in fear, Yusuke.
If it's-
while you still can.
If it's now just because he was in his territory at that one point.
Maybe it's just if he ever comes within the 500.
No, I
meters,
think I think honestly it's. No, that's see, but
Welcome
that's the
back.
thing though, because then he'll be able to
What about
sense him
Kazuma?
entering the territory. So
I'm afraid
he might be
he's
able to do
been
it whenever
captured by
now.
Sensui and his men.
But why is Kuwabara on everybody's A-list now? Not that I'm jealous.
Because of what he can do, since we needs him to carry out the plan. Kuwabara is a lot stronger, a lot more important than any of you seem to give him credit for. After all, he
Yeah,
beat
you
me,
saw it.
And in that fight, he awakened a new power. The power to slice through dimensions, cut down territories, psychic barriers.
If Kuwabara can do that, and they've got him, they can crack the Kakai barrier we raised to seal off Demon World. Then all hell will break loose, literally.
Yep.
Is there anything I can help you do?
Come with
You
us.
should search your soul for the answer to that.
Ooh.
Free to go with us, or you are free to be our foe. But if you choose the latter, the next time we meet, I'll show you no mercy. You must choose what you believe and make your stand.
Yeah, Kurama.
All right.
Dropping the bars.
Shit.
I will show you no mercy.
Oh God, what am I supposed to do with this?
How about pretend for a second that you're a man? And hurry it up. Make your
Jesus,
choice. Are we
Shizuru.
that bad?
Now, which way are we supposed to go?
Beats me.
We have no idea where Yusuke went.
Wait up!
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Please wait for me. Or is it too late now for me to go along with you guys?
Never. Although, maybe if you have a third use of that
It's
healing
never too late to
Genkai.
reform one's ways. Trust me.
Cool.
Welcome to our team.
But I'm not calling you
Alright.
C, man. Oh God, every sound and
Yeah.
anything.
Ah! Stupid birds!
God, this would be a nightmare.
Now show your face, you big son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Hey! What the hell is he doing here?
What's up? Wow. And it
Okay.
doesn't have to be something solid. Anything can hurt him.
Sniper's ride.
Hey,
So-
get on it.
Really is nearby. But where?
No way.
Ah!
I had to ask! Well, don't I feel special? My own private, personal, localized meteor shower.
And then PA.
Yeah. That's it's convenient. They're all coming from the same direction, but
Keep 'em coming.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get a good workout.
what? Just Hiei can tell what's going on. Just randomly kills Sniper. Yusuke like is like, it stopped for some reason. I don't know why, but
honestly, Yusuke, did you really?
Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
Well, shit, that's a problem.
All right.
And Yusuke escapes Sniper's endless barrage.
Where did he get these in the forest?
You know,
Not to mention,
that's what his motorcycle's for. It's just got suitcases full of shit.
That could be it, in that it's just a thing of where it's like, oh yeah, I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and I have deposits of things.
Right.
Because he's probably been doing this for a while, right?
Oh,
you
sure.
know? Yeah. But Hiei's coming back into the story.
He's here. Yeah.
All right.
Well, obviously, I had to like scope out the enemy's location. I wasn't just going to run in with the rest of you idiots, you know. You really think I would just let the entire human race be wiped out?
I'm not wanting to go back to Demon World to try and test my strength against S-class demons.
Right.
They don't show mercy. Duels? They don't understand the meaning of the word.
My sister has human friends, so it's really a simple matter.
Yeah. I'm just looking to see, Yusuke, whether you'd be able to be strong enough to actually survive this so that I could duel you again.
I had learned my lesson from the situation with that haunted house and those 3 other idiots. I'm not going to just run into their territory, so I figured you'd run in for me and I'd be able to see what it does.
Hiei, like, shows up there. He's like, oh, I found my way through the Kakai barrier. And they're like, what the fuck? Who are you?
Yes, I am an S-class.
Yes, I am the strongest demon. They're like, no, bro, that's not how the Kakai barrier works. It only lets, B-class demons...
You're middle B-class. No, stop it. I am A-class or S-class at least.
I just love that that's like such a thing now where they're like, yeah, Hiei, you're this class. And he's like, bullshit.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. And then the Kakai barrier, and he's like, fuck.
Right.
All right. Okay. So
that was awesome.
We have lost Sensui, unfortunately.
Yep.
But we know the general area
right.
that they were headed off to, so that's good.
See,
and
man.
Also based on that, then we know, based on the size of the area and stuff like that.
Yep.
Where they're going to end up being.
C-Man has officially joined their party, so he can lead them to it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Hiei is back.
Hiei is back, but he is observing right now.
Right.
He's doing the rogue thing, you know? Makes sense. Sniper has some very scary powers, though, because we had never seen him use his actual territory. Now we know that what he does, if I understand this properly, this is a very important limitation that we need to understand here.
He stays within 500 meters.
Yes, but the way he worded it made it seem like he didn't need to.
Well, yeah.
So this might be a dub thing, but it's also a thing of where, okay, he put the targets on him, at the very least.
Yep.
The narrator said how large his territory is, which would only be relevant in this context if it was the max range he could throw things at people who have the targets on them. But what that doesn't necessarily mean, though, is that they have to be able, they will necessarily detect where his territory is, because, and this is very important here, Yusuke has generally fought people that set their territory in an XYZ coordinated space.
Okay.
Not the, I have a radius emanating from me that is this large that can move.
Right, as I move and,
my territory moves.
Yep.
Therefore, Yusuke, all he knows is that he is within the territory, but he doesn't know what direction the territory origin point is.
I gotta say, I really appreciate using the narrator to give the relevant exposition for the power and how it works so the audience can track with it. But obviously, Sniper is not going to reveal that information to Yusuke.
Right.
So, yeah, he just needs to be within 500 meters. Like, I appreciate this so much because, as you know, you may know if you've seen some of our other reactions, I love snipers from a plot combat standpoint.
Yes, it changes everything.
It changes everything
in terms of a combat situation. Yeah.
But because it changes things often so one-sidedly, they're very rarely used with any serious effect in stories because
so
imagine
true.
imagine if the final battle was just, okay, we set up for 3 days and just wait. All right, bad guy or hero comes into range. We pull a trigger and the fight's over. There is no fight. It's done, right? That wouldn't be very climactic.
It wouldn't. One of my favorite examples of a sniper in fictional storytelling ever is from Saving Private Ryan, where you have the sniper revealed, kills one of the characters basically that we know and love, and he's bleeding out. And it's just this moment of where you're like, shit, we can't help him. He's 5 feet away from me. But if I step out, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Then they have their sniper set up and it'll be like, we have to find him now.
Right.
And it's this tense, quiet thing where it's the rain falling and just the guy crying there. He's like, please help me. And it's like, shit, I can't help you. We're gonna die.
It's something where it stops being a fight and starts being an environmental obstacle.
Exactly.
And I love it. It can be a ton of fun. But I understand why it isn't used very often.
So, Tagashi, way to go.
Yep.
You found a way to make it work.
Yes, because, and the other big thing is you don't stay anywhere near or anywhere that they know where you are, right?
Right.
And with superpowers and things like this, right?
Yeah.
Where Yusuke could just point his spirit gun and obliterate a section
Anything
of a
that's
forest,
where
right?
the sniper's, hole is that he's
right.
using to...
Referencing Saving Private Ryan, if a tank shows up, your building might be in trouble.
Right, right, exactly.
So okay, but in this situation,
is the tank in this
Yusuke
case.
is the tank. But because we're adding those supernatural elements, right? No, the way that this power works is just that he just needs to be nearby.
Yeah.
And the direction that the things are coming from won't necessarily like tell you where he is, because he could touch them he could touch the objects potentially a while before they start homing in on you.
Yes.
And 2, he can like throw them up and then they start homing, so they're coming from a different direction.
Yeah, that's the part that is really cool about this, is that Yusuke is very clearly, doing what he can to stay on guard here.
Yep.
But what Sniper is also very clearly doing is using his basic spirit energy abilities to send the objects very high into the air. So Yusuke has no way of knowing, they're coming from this direction, so I go that way. And he can slowly close the gap as he's, going after Sniper.
And because he doesn't know about the 500-meter range limitation, he can't even use that.
Yeah, so Sniper basically is giving him a living nightmare.
Exactly.
Where he might think, shit, no matter where I go, I could be in trouble. Now, Yusuke can probably also sense that he's still in his territory.
Right.
But he doesn't know
what that means.
Really, other than he's going to have stuff harassing him constantly.
And most of the time, when these sort of sniper long-range combatants that are sneaky and all that stuff kind of ends up being brought up, the resolution can be very difficult to have happen in a satisfying way. And I think it's perfectly set up to happen very satisfying here, in that Hiei shows up.
Yeah.
Hiei is not someone that Sniper would have been thinking about because he hasn't been with their group in a long time. Hiei is exceptional at being sneaky, and that's exactly the kind of person you would need.
In fact, Yusuke might have been just sensing Hiei this whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, someone's watching me.
Yep.
Hiei's like, yes, of course I am, you fucking imbecile.
Right, so while you do your really obvious thing and keep their attention, I'm going to go and look around to see where they are.
Hiei's like, some territory that I just walked into, but it's not affecting me, I think.
Right.
What is going on? Well, of course, the bumblefuck runs by.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his deal? Why does he have tattoos?
Okay, I think I can figure out how this works.
Some grass things are attacking him. So there's someone with a remote stand that is clearly nearby.
Exactly. And then you can have it be a situation where, yes, if a sniper, supernatural or otherwise, sets everything up and then they decide to engage with you, you're toast. There's not much you can do. But if there's someone else that's around, hey, then it's just, sorry, you did everything right, Sniper, but turns out there was something that you couldn't have accounted for.
Right.
And so you're going to lose.
I also just love the idea that Yusuke has, within this one episode, taken his invulnerability and power level perception for us as the audience up to like 10 times more than what it was. My man fell off a bike going freeway speeds. His shirt melted off of him. Physical body completely unscathed.
Oh yeah, which he's gone 10 rounds with Toguro.
Okay, like the thing I love about this, though, is of course he would, right?
Right.
Because that while we don't need to explain why, he's survived way crazier things.
Yep.
But the idea that because of his natural just spiritual power, I guess, which we don't need to see on some like barrier over him, even though it would be kind of nice potentially, because that would just be extra stuff they have to draw.
Right.
He just, it's fine. Doesn't even, nothing. Yep. So then I'm like, well, wait a minute. So like, why didn't he just like, I don't know, run into the truck, just like
yeah.
Isn't he built like a tank then? Like,
I think if his hand had grabbed the back end of that truck, he probably could have planted his feet and flipped it.
No, not necessarily just flipped it. Like actually destroyed it.
Spider-Man legs out in front,
Yeah, it's okay. It's just this thing of where I'm like, we're fun. We have dramatic powers and physical strength and stuff. But when characters get so strong that their passive just defense stats go up to stupid levels.
To where the physical things, like regular mundane things, don't mean anything to them.
Literally don't mean anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. I buy that he's strong enough to use the bike to break the limits of its own, and he's speed capabilities.
I hope these wheels don't melt,
Yeah. Thankfully you had a bike with speeds probably, Yusuke. Otherwise he wouldn't be turning the gears, efficiently enough.
He just cranks it up to its max, gear setting or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, just the idea that then the villains are like, we're in a car though, guys.
This car is a very destructible thing.
We're moving very quickly. None of us have enhancement type abilities other than Sensui. If this car crashes, we will
be in
die.
Trouble. like maybe Gourmet could use his fingers
do
to
some stuff to do some things there.
Right.
But I love the fact that in that moment they were like, wait, can he?
Right.
Could he actually do that?
Yeah, that is.
And the fact that Sniper was actually needed to be like, nope, pew, pew, pew. And it's like, okay, cool.
Take out your bike. There you go. Right.
Yusuke, this again, it's just something that I'm like, do I not like this? Do I like this? I don't know. Because on the one hand, I like that the protagonist is able to make progress based on their decisions. They're not completely nullified by the keikaku dori of the antagonist.
Right. Oh my god. The antagonists still have to make a getaway.
Yeah.
The times in stories where it's just like, we broke eye contact, we broke line of sight, therefore we immediately escape. It's like, no, that's not how it works. That is not how it fucking works, especially if you have any kind of like extrasensory perception or anything like that. Like,
or just a character that's strong so they're naturally fast, but they don't run anywhere.
Yeah.
It's basically the
super speed breaks plots.
Super speed breaks plots. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the common ones, at least one that's quite used often in another show that we watch, is just, I just throw things at the ground and I teleport away. Where? Who cares? Not here.
Well, that's why so many stories have teleporting, because that's the only way to make it work, even if it makes teleporting feel kind of cheap. And just why can all the villains teleport?
Well, right, but why don't any of the villains ever teleport in combat? Well,
it's fixed locations. They have the teleporting pad thing that they go to, and
right. We'll never see the actual place that they arrive at. No.
There's certain shorthands for like these limitations and powers sort of go in a packaged bundle for your antagonists, because it makes writing things a lot simpler.
Tagashi's like, fuck all that nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a chase scene.
Yep.
And so, they can't get away easily.
Right.
Okay, they need to make a contingency plan. Cool. They might literally be sacrificing Sniper to Yusuke so they can just get away.
Yep.
I love that. The idea that that's something that makes Yusuke so terrifying is that, yes, he beat Toguro.
Right.
Like put that in perspective here. Even Yusuke won the Dark Tournament, and they're like, okay, so we're going to intentionally antagonize the winner of the Dark Tournament. Yes.
Sensui can manhandle him with his mind games and stuff and all that, but literally anybody else, if you get close, these hands will fly.
You will catch them.
And and it will not be pleasant.
It will not be pleasant.
Right.
So, on the one hand, Yusuke's a tank. It's built different.
Yep.
It's really cool. On the other hand, the things that Yusuke can do are sometimes a bit in flux with regards to,
Right.
when he's going at this and stuff
And my
that.
general perspective with this is take the wins as they come.
Yes.
You know, because yeah, something like would Yusuke just like jumping off the bike, planting himself in front of the car and just smashing it with his back and planting his feet in the road? Yes, that would be fucking awesome, right?
Right.
And that could totally happen and I would buy it and all of that, right? But at the same time, we might not necessarily get that, but having him use a bicycle to catch up with them and then being like, the bicycle could just fall apart because he's pedaling so fast. And oh, hey, this
rubber
car...
wheels might melt. I was like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
And then like the car that they're using showing the sports car, and then it's like, okay, they catch up to it. No. They souped up this car in particular. It's not just that they're using yes, they need a big car to carry everybody and stuff.
Right.
You know, and potentially smash through things
But
if
it's
they need
their
to.
getaway car.
It's their getaway car. But a car like that is not normally going to be fast,
Nope.
so it won't make for a good getaway car. You better like soup that thing up, you know. Oh, okay, they did. Cool. Yeah, because of course they do. And having the random couple that's in there to like,
Babe, this doesn't normally happen.
yeah,
The way they had him all sweaty and stuff, though, while he said that, I was like, I have to
Tagashi?
assume. I have to. No, I don't even think that's it. I think
yeah.
this might have been the dub actors a little bit more, where they saw couple sweaty in a car, and they were like, we can make a sex joke here.
Right.
I think we can make a, my dick doesn't, perform all the time perfectly kind of joke here.
And the thing is, there was that decision because there was another decision that was not made.
Oh yeah.
They could have totally had them just look at the speedometer and be like, oh, wait, what? like, and then back at Yusuke. No. But because they didn't do that, you can just make this joke of, yeah, it's your fault. It's your car. It's your dick. I mean, what? Yeah, it's just, it doesn't work sometimes.
Kuwabara, though, has now the terror of, yeah, why didn't we think about this?
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't make the connection.
My thought was that the reason why Gourmet could consume Elder Toguro and get his abilities is because his abilities are not spirit energy based.
Right, they're based on the physicality of the Toguro brother.
Exactly, being, like demon-like, basically.
Sure.
So I didn't think about the idea that he could potentially take techniques. Now, that might be a thing where they're like, oh, we actually don't know if he can do that, but we're going to say it so that Kuwabara just, will be scared of us. And
Right. We'll kill you anyway. Can we do that? No, sir, I can't do that. I've never eaten anything like that.
Well, let's make him think that you will.
Use the fingers. Make it sure it's very scary, Yeah,
exactly. And Kuwabara's like, I don't want to be eaten. No. So it could be a thing that he can do. But either way, that's terrifying. That's horrifying. So,
but it does make sense, though, that even if Kuwabara has the power to do that potentially, if Kuwabara is not capable or competent enough to be able to reliably use his ability against the Kakai barrier, they might not want to eat him yet because it might be harder for Gourmet to actually figure out how to use the ability, or maybe he just gets it at whatever competency level the person had it at, and then it's static. So maybe it's something where it's like, no, we actually need Kuwabara to get good enough with the ability to be able to use it, and then Gourmet eats him or something.
Yeah, and in some ways, Seaman has the actually really useful information as to what made the ability actually be used, which was the idea that Kuwabara watched his friends nearly die. And in some ways, his own life was put in jeopardy as well.
Oh, yeah.
So there's ways in which they could even theoretically use Yusuke against Kuwabara here.
Sure.
And have be a thing where they maybe are like, okay, we're going to kill Yusuke. You better do this now, or like we're going to kill him. In fact, I really think that's going to be the way that they'll do it now, is that it's like, oh, okay.
Chapter Black won't break you? Fine.
Yeah, we don't need your consent. And then he's like, oh, shit, I don't want to be eaten. But no, I won't figure out this power. I won't even like, no.
Right.
Kuwabara will probably be an iron wall of just spirit and will.
And Pompadour.
And Pompadour.
Yep.
And it'll be really tough for them to figure it out. But I definitely think if Yusuke is just going to be alone in this situation here, which, to be fair, while Hiei is there, Hiei is kind of like a Saiyan in the regards where he's like, where's your pride, your warrior's pride? So he could just be like, fuck Yusuke. No, if he can't handle this, then he doesn't deserve to be someone that I save,
And then Yusuke's like, yeah, fuck you, you said the word when it was specifically told not to say the word. That's different. But
yeah, we'll see how that works there. We got our answer as to what Koenma and
which I can't believe we didn't make that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, actually, no. I feel like it's pretty understandable that we didn't get what they were up to, but that is a very reasonable thing to need to do.
It is a very reasonable thing, but I do not think, in a lot of ways, it makes as much sense still in the immediate turn here. The reason why Genkai goes is because, well, she has abilities and stuff, and she could be able to save someone and hurt if they're hurt and stuff. Especially because Botan is apparently their pocket healer for now.
Right.
But if Botan got hurt, then we need someone to
who heals the healer.
Who heals the healer? Yeah, exactly. But it also just reminds us that what is Koenma supposed to do anyway? Like what?
There was a part of me. I know that it was introduced as a gag, but there was a part of me that was really hoping that we would we see what's going on. See him with his jetpack, and he's just like, they're like, damn it, we lost them. Oh, Koenma, what is it? Where are you? Oh, don't worry, Yusuke, I'm following them.
It's the kind
and then
of
Sniper sees him, and he's like, oh shit,
It's the kind of thing where, unfortunately, I kind of still don't like it that much because it's a thing of where, but we have no idea where Yusuke is, and they kind of mention it as but if only we had a way to know where Yusuke is, and it's like,
don't you guys have phones? No.
It's the kind of thing where I'm like, but you're literally the one who, just communicates with them across the demon realm and what have you.
How do you know where they are?
Television screens. How do you do that in general? So,
I mean, hey,
in some ways, if Koenma was actually at his base thing, he would actually be able to know, but because he came here to tell them about the chapter black stuff and all this stuff, which again he doesn't need to be here to do that.
It's doing it in person because it's an important thing.
It's the slight bit of scaffolding to where Koenma has effectively been nerfed story-wise by being here.
Right.
Well, and it's also that he doesn't actually contribute to the power fight dynamics, stuff.
I feel like
it's unfortunate.
But I feel like it's something where Togashi has kind of, as the story has gone on, realized okay, what do I want Koenma to actually be able to do? Because there was a way earlier where he would be actively watching the fights that aren't a part of the Dark Tournament, when they're in some other nether space.
And it's like, how is he doing that?
How is he doing that, right? If he can do that, why can't he do that anywhere else, right? It's helpful. It was a fun way to have us to be able to see the things that are happening in different ways and to have the characters be able to respond to things. But when you're dealing in a situation like this where the information of the battles as well is super
really
important, then that starts to become a bit more of a plot problem, right? So then maybe it's maybe then you relegate it to no, he has to communicate with the laptop things, and there's stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where, in some ways, Koenma being a gag character in a lot of ways helps a lot because of the way that territory has been set up as a power system within his own kind of spirit energy, kind of loose magic system. Having a solid part of the magic system within the softer part is fun. That's really fun. But information warfare is way bigger than that as a harder magic system, or as a harder system within the world system, so that if he could just spy on fights, he could be like, well, I guess I now know this person's territory, and this person's territory, and this person's territory, and this person.
And the thing is that while that would be very handy, that could also that could be satisfying in a technical way, as Koenma's being really helpful. It could also be unsatisfying in some ways because it doesn't have to do with the agency of the characters. And this is where I think Seaman coming in is really helpful. Because since he's joined up with them now, he doesn't, granted, he might not know too much, especially if Sensui already suspected him of not being resolved in the cause. But in addition to helping them find the location of the place, he could be like, okay, so this is what I know about their powers.
This is something like this. There's something like this. I don't know exactly what they are. I know that Gourmet eats things to gain strength. But I've never seen him use his territory or what have you. And then it's like, oh, Game Master's territory has some kind of element with this, but I don't know what the the stats are about it. Oh, I know what Sensui can do, but I've never seen him use his full power or something.
And because this party is split, you have Yusuke having charged off ahead of everyone else. Yusuke won't have that information, even if Seaman is like, okay, so this is what I know. As they're moving, he's just filling them in, right? Yusuke can't use that right now.
Yep.
You know, so there you go.
Yeah. So Seaman's, do we have his actual name? I think we do, but
they mentioned it a few times, but I don't remember. It was like
write it down. But okay, so having him be the one that can change sides here, but also be theoretically still someone that could switch back is a nice narrative tension bit here by having Kurama give him the, hey, you know, anyone, you know, is capable of basically changing, you know, like this, you know, basically saying, I'm a testament to that.
Right.
So I absolutely have, you know, I have understanding for your situation here. But also, if you make yourself an enemy, I will kill you without hesitation.
Right.
And
the fate of humanity is at stake. We can't afford to...
Exactly. So I hope you understand why that's the case. But having Kurama say it felt really impactful because everyone else so far that's been saving him, well, at least from his perspective, has been human. He doesn't know what Botan is necessarily. But the first person to save him that made the most impact was Kuwabara.
Right.
Having then also a demon, an apparition, basically do the same thing, it is kind of a cool way of going, oh, why should we judge basically entire, you know, races basically by the actions of a few. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the kind of thing where, yes, there's going to be bad ones in every group or what have you. But that doesn't mean necessarily that we're all this way. In fact, it might be something where it's a good thing to remind ourselves of how many people there are really out there. And that, yeah, we might have, you know, hundreds of thousands of horrible people out there, maybe even millions. But it's like, no, but there's 7 billion people.
Right.
That's a small percentage when it comes to the actual, like, you know.
Yeah, Chapter Black is important to have exist so that you can be aware of those things and not forget about those things, right?
And apparently it's part of a set, too.
Which makes sense, because if it's called Chapter Black, then yeah, it's part of a collection. There you go, right?
Yeah.
Which is reasonably what you would have, right? Because if you were going to make something like Chapter Black, you would also make the other chapters, too. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. I love the idea of there being basically a moment where Sensui probably was like made aware of, oh, I know what Chapter Black is, but I also know about all the other colors of the rainbow, you know, or something like that. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I saw those. And they were actually great. And maybe in some ways that was probably a big deal for Sensui, where it's like, oh, maybe he did see that stuff. And he's like, doesn't matter. I still saw that, and that's still too much.
This outweighs it. Yeah.
This outweighs it, yeah. That would be cool to see if he made that judgment call at some point.
Yeah.
But, okay, everyone is now aware of what's going on with Kuwabara, except Yusuke.
Right.
So,
but hey, they have Kuwabara. He doesn't need to know why. They just have him. He's going to get him back, you know?
Yeah. And, ready for the next episode. Yeah, will Hiei just murk Sniper?
I hope he does. I think that would...
Really? You want your actual sniper fight to be like completely cocked?
Yeah, because that's how it would work. I want it to be something where the sniper person isn't making any dumb mistakes, but there's something else.
You don't want to see Yusuke get clever, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I do want Yusuke to get clever, but I don't want it to actually be enough. You know?
Okay, because I was thinking there's a couple of clever things that Yusuke could do that I would say are not super outside the realm of possibility here.
Okay.
He takes a direction, right? Chooses it. Takes off, right? Just goes. It's logical to assume that he has some kind of range limitation.
Right, trying to figure out where the territory ends kind of a thing.
Right. And then at that point, then going and just disappearing, if he finds a cliff or what have you, jump off it. Apparently you're immune to, all kinds of bludgeoning damage, so you could just fall from an exceptionally high height, you're fine, and then he would just end up out of range eventually.
Right, or maybe Sniper has to chase him with less regard to stealth because he's moving so quickly, and then Yusuke's able to figure out what's going on or something.
There also could be a really cool aspect of this where Sniper actually doesn't have the ability to see exactly where he is.
Sure.
So it's the thing of where Sniper is actually
using his own abilities, like his own projectiles, to keep tabs on Yusuke.
Right. And he's listening for him, or he's doing specific things there where he has to remain actually quite close just so that he can know, okay, he's moving that direction. Okay, cool. Oh, he's moving this way. Okay, cool. I'm going to move back. And then Yusuke could be like, I'm going to look for any kind of elevation, like any kind of high ground. And I'm going to assume that he's probably there. He's probably, in that kind of a location. So, I don't know. It'd be cool to see some more back and forth, given that this is a superpowered sniper fight and not an actual sniper fight, you know? That's Yusuke why isn't fighting back in the same way. He needs to have his own method that is different.
Yep. But if Hiei does end up saving his bacon, that would be pretty awesome.
That would be a fun Tagashi twist of just like,
yep.
Oh yeah, sniper. He just stopped attacking me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
and then he just keeps going. And then Hiei's like, I never get any thanks around here. And he tossed aside the corpse of Sniper. It's like cut in half or something. It's just like,
I think Hiei would absolutely use the opportunity to drop some one-liners and try and be like, oh yeah, Yusuke, you needed saving.
Yusuke's running and then suddenly runs up behind him, just runs up alongside him, and it's just like, where are you going, by the way? Like,
what are you doing? Do you have a plan here? Like,
why'd you interrupt my training grounds areas? Like, this is my territory. We talked about this. Wait, you have territory now? No. It's just a turn of phrase. Like, this is my place that I use for training.
Yusuke, you are aware that doing the same thing twice, expecting a different outcome, is a form of insanity.
Stop trying to sound all smart on me,
right.
They got Kuwabara. Oh, good. I mean,
that was bound to happen eventually. But why would they want Kuwabara? He's worthless,
Apparently he, oh wait, no, Yusuke doesn't know. So then that would be actually really funny if he's like, well, I mean, Kuwabara has gotten a lot stronger with his sword. And then Hiei's like, wait, I'm the sword guy. That's my thing. Like,
right.
Wait, no. I have to go.
Hold on. I must inspect this. I must investigate.
Imagine Kuwabara and Hiei at some point having
a face-off
where they release their full energy power and like a sword or what have you.
Yep.
And then Kuwabara's like, yeah, are you sure you want to do this, Hiei? I'm probably going to cut right through your sword. He's like, shut the fuck up and come at me, Kuwabara. And then it's like, okay. And then big energy blast hits and
Dragon of the Darkness flame and everything.
Well, yeah, but he limits it more to like a sword type move or what have you. And then it's just Hiei's like little sword that he always carries around is actually cut in half, and he's just like, I'm gonna go cry in my room now.
That's actually how Hiei ends up getting roped into this whole thing. Is that he finds out and they're like, they want Kuwabara because he's so strong and he can break the Kakai barrier and everything. And Hiei's just like, what the fuck? Like, no, I would not be able to live with myself if Kuwabara was actually stronger than me. If anyone thought that, they can't think that. I need to rescue him. That way I can prove to everybody that he is a dumbass weakling.
That would be perfect as well. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and crazy discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.